to the New York Giants, who apparently, and I would argue almost not strange, but interestingly is the word I'll use there, appear to have some heavy interest in bringing in Jason McCourty, the former Patriots cornerback. He's now a free agent. This one intrigues me. Now, he does bring veteran presence to a younger group of players. He visited the team this past weekend, and it kind of seems like the Patriots might not bring him back. They're pretty good in terms of depth at the cornerback spot. And McCourty, of course, has ties to this organization. He, of course, played kind of under Joe Judge, who was the special teams coach before he got the head job with the New York Football Giants. The interest in McCourty makes sense purely from hey, he's a good football player, he's a veteran, he could come in and help mentor some of the young guys. This past year for New England, okay. Not great by any stretch of the imagination. J.C. Jackson ended up getting all of the interceptions this past year for New England, but he's played some corners, played some safety, so there is some position flex there. What is most intriguing to me as it relates to McCourty and the New York Giants is where he actually slots in on this roster. Now, the Giants like to use multiple safeties, and you could maybe see McCourty get some run there. Jabril Peppers, Logan Ryan, Xavier McKinney, they all play a pretty good amount there. Julian Love is kind of a safety nickel hybrid, much like Ryan is there. But the Giants also brought in a Dory Jackson in free agency this year, paid him a pretty good amount of money. They have Darnay Holmes, who I think can be a good nickel for them. Sam Beal at this point is, I don't know if he's ever going to be anything, unfortunately, after being a third-round comp pick out of Western Michigan. So I'm intrigued by the interest in McCourty. Maybe it's you make Jackson a nickel corner, let McCourty get some run there. If you bring in McCourty, what I would consider already a very good secondary gets even better for the New York Giants. So what do you guys think? Do you think he will end up signing with the Giants? Get your votes in for me right now in the comments section. Type in Y for yes, you think he will, or type N for no, that he won't. He will not. Now, if the Giants do want a veteran corner and don't want to pay McCourty, a couple other names I wanted to mention here briefly. Casey Hayward, Richard Sherman, Steven Nelson, Josh Norman, and Garyon Conley as well. They haven't really been linked to these guys. I think part of it is the Patriots-Giants pipeline that makes some sense. But if they do want to go get another starter, which I'm open to if you want to bench Darnay Holmes in some capacity, Hayward, Sherman, and Nelson are the three that jump out the most to me. Now, picking number 11 this year, there haven't been very many Giants mocked to take a cornerback picks there. Surtain, J.C. Horn will probably be around that range there. Could be an option. What jumps out to me the most, and the player I want to specifically talk about here for a little bit longer, is Ahsante Samuel Jr. Now, the Giants are not going to take him in round one. That doesn't make any sense at pick number 11, barring a substantial trade down. But if they're looking for someone who, much like a Jackson, can play some inside-outside, I think Samuel might make some sense at pick number 42 overall. I would not be surprised the Giants, who did this last year, spent at least one pick on a cornerback. Now, things are a bit different this year for New York because they're light on draft capital. Number 11 overall, number 42, a third-round pick, number 76, a fourth-rounder, and then 2 sixth-round selections. I am a firm believer that having depth at the cornerback spot is important in the modern-day NFL. You need to have those guys, otherwise you're not going to be in good shape if there are injuries in some capacity. So for the Giants, if they want to draft a corner, I will not complain whatsoever.